I put the Topo Cyclone through the test, through the ringer. How did it perform? Is it worth your next daily trainer speedwork shoe? Find out today's full review. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with The Shoe Owns Cody, and today we're talking about the Topo Cyclone 3. I've been racking the miles in this shoe. I think I have close to 35, 36 miles into this shoe, and I got a lot to say about it. In this video, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the verdict. Should you buy the shoe? Yeah, this shoe right here. Now, before I dive into all that goodness, I do need to point out one thing. This shoe was provided to me by Topo, but they have no idea what I'm going to say in this video, and they have no control over any of the content I do about their gear. Now, before I dive into all this goodness, I also have a favor to ask. Hit the like button. Smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. Costs you absolutely nothing, but it definitely helps the channel. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about the Cyclone 3 by Topo. Because I'm a positive guy, I'm going to start with the positives. And honestly, there's a lot to like the shoe. To be honest with you, I really enjoyed the 2, and I think if you like the Cyclone 2, you're going to like the 3. Not much has changed in the shoe. I think they dialed down the upper a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty much, they made minor tweaks here and there, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with the shoe. The number one thing I love about the shoe has to be the Pebax foam. I mean, this is just... it's just money in the bank, folks. It is money in the bank. It feels great on daily runs, speed work, and long runs. Maybe I won't go past more than like a half marathon, but it does feel really nice on those runs. Speed work, I really enjoy the shoe because I can drop the hammer in it. It feels really nice, and I feel nimble in the shoe. This works especially nice if I'm doing any type of speed work outside where I'm going. I don't live in just straight paths and I gotta make some turns and everything. I love that it's a little bit lower to the ground. I feel stable and I can just let it rip without any issues. Again, the foam is where the magic is because it feels really nice in that daily run when I'm going maybe 8:30 to 9, but when I want to go in the low 7s and the 6s, it can drop the hammer. This is a 5mm drop shoe and it just perfectly fits really nice with me. The upper, I really enjoy the upper. I have a wideish foot, and one nice thing I like about Topo is they're like foot-shaped shoes. So not only when I'm hitting the 6s, my feet can spread out. I feel like I'm ripping the ground. It feels really nice. For me, because I have a wideish foot, no issues at all with the width. The upper, I mean, this is as breathable as this thing goes. I mean, if you're wearing ugly socks, folks on the roads are gonna know you're wearing ugly socks. This thing is breathable, which I'm going to love in the spring and the summer, but in the winter time, whoo-wee, my toesies were cold, folks. It definitely is a very breathable upper, and again, I'm gonna put that in the positive, unless maybe you live in Alaska, then maybe you won't wanna pass on the shoe, because it is extremely, extremely breathable. I had a really nice lockdown in this shoe. I locked it in, I forgot the shoe was on. It just, again, it just hits the mark. The other one is, it's crazy light. I can't remember what the exact weight is. I think mine's like closer in the 7s. But this thing is freaking light. And honestly, it's a joy to put this on my foot. It's nice. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. Sometimes it's nice to just put on a light shoe that's not carbon plated, a light shoe, and just rip it. And the last thing I'm going to say, because I don't really say it a lot about Topo shoes. Usually I love a Topo shoes performance-wise. I am digging the looks of this shoe. Seriously, I'm all about a white shoe. I think this thing looks freaking awesome. When I lace these up and I get ready for my run and I see this on foot, it just makes me happy, folks. I don't know what to say. Some of you all are gonna be like, I hate the color. But for me, the colors, this thing is made for that spring and summer. I can't wait to be at the beach ripping down the boardwalk in a shoe like this. I just really like the looks and everything like that. Honestly, the performance, the foam you get, the upper, it's a full package Topo is giving you for the Cyclone 3. With the good, you do know there has to be some bad, and honestly, there's not a ton, but there are some, and more of them are your preference. Let me emphasize that. I said I like the width. fits me perfectly. I have a wideish foot. Not everybody has a wideish foot, and I completely understand that. I think some people might find this too roomy, and you're gonna get too much bunching. I mean, the materials work really nice for me. I think other people, if you have a narrower foot, I just don't know if Topo is going to work for you, okay? The other thing is, I wish it was a gust of the tongue. I know it's a deal breaker, but when I do get the shoe on, I do have to play with it a little bit. I have to fidget a little bit because the upper, it's very minimal. There's not much there. So when I am getting it on, sliding on, I have to play around with it a little bit. I wish it was a gust of the tongue. For other folks, you're going to feel the ground. I don't mind getting ground feel. I do know I get a ton of people saying, give me all the stack. I don't want to touch the ground. That is, again, a runner's preference. If you do not like feeling ground, again, you're going, I mean, there's not much stack here. You're going to feel the ground. I definitely wouldn't be too crazy about that because it definitely hits the mark a lot with that. Honestly, I think that's it for me. I think just with your preference. Again, I'll also point out Alaska. If you live in very cold areas, this might be too breathable. But overall, I think it's really just, if your foot doesn't work for Topo, it's probably just not going to work for this shoe either, because I do think the Cyclone 3 offers a ton. You heard the good, you heard the bad, now you want to know my verdict. And this is an easy one. Honestly, I remember the name Topo because I think more and more people are going to start listening to me and start checking them out. If I would have changed the logo, I think people would be jumping all over the shoe. This is an absolute buy to me. I love what Topo is doing, specifically with the Cyclone one. The Cyclone 2 and the 3 are freaking awesome. I think there's a lot to like about this shoe, and it really just does a really nice job. I can flex it in multiple areas. I can use it for daily runs. I can use it for recovery if I really wanted to. I can use long runs up to half marathon, and I can drop the hammer in this for speed work. It really does a fantastic job. Again, Topo doesn't get the credit it deserves because, you know, Topo, most people don't know it. Oh, it's got a foot shape. Remember the name. I'm telling you, folks, more folks are going to start rocking the shoe because it is freaking awesome. The other thing I'm going to add, while I love the 3, if you can get the 2 for extremely cheap, I think the updates they made were very minor. If you can snag the 2 for cheap, I would do that. But honestly, I think both are just really nice. And if you like the 2, you're going to love the 3. If you didn't like the 2 and you don't like Topo shoes, what can I say? You're just not going to like this shoe. You heard the good, you heard the bad, and you heard my verdict. Now I want to hear from you. Did you like the shoe? Did you love the shoe? Come on, be honest with me. Did you hate the shoe? Drop a comment down below. Let me know. Again, thank you for watching this review. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you all out on the run. Thanks for checking out this latest review. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and check out some of the other rad content that I've dropped out on the channel.